up
You don't even know who
daisies.
the fuck
I
you
know
are.
that. I
Charlie
know that he
Kirk.
won't be spreading any more hate.
He
He
doesn't
won't be doing
spread
That's a
hate.
that.
fact. That is a fact. That
He gives
is a fact.
equal opportunity
He's laying
for
down
people
right
to
now. I'm gonna do the
speak.
get up Charlie dance.
That's what he did. Equal opportunity for people to speak. He treated everybody that he
Yeah.
spoke with
And he
fucking
said that
dignity.
everybody could take a
He
pew
treated
pew in order for
everybody with
people to have
dignity.
gun rights. He said that, right?
Everybody with
He said that
dignity.
there were acceptable losses.
Yeah,
Guess
man.
what the
Like,
other
listen,
Yeah,
day's
man.
acceptable loss
And
definitely.
listen,
was?
and all I'm saying is, and
Well,
look,
that's
I'm
because
not here.
You think
acceptable
I
anyone
want to
takes
be
losses
it
are
very,
bullshit.
I
seriously?
What
want
you
to be
guys
very
do.
clear. I'm not here. I'm not here to disparage the man. I'm not. I'm
Well,
just
shut up.
quoting him. That's all I'm doing. I'm
Okay,
just
you're
quoting the
quoting him
man.
when it comes to bullshit.
When it comes to bullshit, like, what are
Yeah,
you
bullshit.
talking about?
When you're
Listen,
saying that
listen, listen, listen. I do
He
believe
said they
that.
George
gave
Floyd
Lim an
wasn't on fentanyl.
opportunity to quote him. Yeah, he said
Schmental, he
it.
wasn't Schmental. He wasn't on full of Schmental. He wasn't. That was a lie. He lied about
Listen,
that.
Charlie Kirk was.
No, he was not.
That's
Yeah,
how
he
we
was
had
on
the
that
debate.
Fenty. He
Yeah,
was on that Fenty.
yeah. You're sitting there. You're okay. Race
He was on
baiting
that
is what
50,
you do.
bro.
Just like you said.
It was the fit that
Remember
got him,
when you
not the pew
said.
pew.
Remember when you said you're hoping that the National Guard and they're going to Chicago and you hope that that they accidentally shoot a black child, so this way you can fucking rise up, right? Right?
Nope,
Did you remember you said that?
Wait, what?
nope, never said that. What I said was,
Or a fucking liar?
what I specifically
You're a
said
fucking
Fuck
liar.
yeah,
Did
he would
she
lie.
drop
that
it
if
from
they
Everything he
the?
go,
does up here is lie.
what I specifically said was that if the National Guard
Don't
goes into
report, you
Chicago
guys. If this isn't your
and
live stream, just
unalives a
leave.
black child, it's over. Black folks take it to the street,
I
and we
hope you
gonna turn
do.
some
I
shit
hope
up.
you do. I hope you do.
That's what I said.
I hope you do take it to
I
Like,
the
so
hope
street.
so
let's
too.
not. If you're gonna quote me correctly, like I'm quoting
I
Charlie
hope
Wait,
you
Kirk.
do take it to the streets.
wait. So, can I ask you a question? If the National Guard went to a white city and unalived a white child, what would your response be, Bleach Demon?
If the white child did something wrong, you
What could a
said,
white child do to be
I don't
unalived by
know.
the National Guard?
How
What
many
kind of fucking stupid response is that?
how many teenage kids are running around with pew pews?
A
Wait. We're
bunch of
talking about
white ones leading
children,
to
not
school shootings.
teenagers, children.
Fuck
What
Well,
could a
yeah.
I don't think
child
that's gonna
do?
happen. I don't think it would
What could
happen to
a
a child.
child do to the
Yeah,
National
that's
Guard
not
to
what he meant.
justify them being
That's
pew
not what he
pewed?
meant. That's not what he
So
meant.
Z Fine, you got kind of quiet
He
over
knows
there.
exactly what he meant.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
goodness.
yeah. I got a lot.
See,
I got
Man, we
I
was
mean,
quiet. A bunch of fucking
last
white
time I
boys running
checked,
around the
hold on,
suburbs with
Sleepy,
fucking.
Sleepy. Last time I checked, there was a word for teenagers. That's why they're called teenagers. And then there's a
exactly.
word for children, which is why they're called fucking children.
Yeah,
You're a
teenagers are also
dumbass.
called
Go
You
children.
fuck
knew exactly
yourself.
what
You're a
Liv was
fucking
saying.
Teenagers are
disgrace.
also
You knew
children.
exactly what Liv was saying. Now I'm
So
asking
Man,
teenagers
you
eat
are
it,
Ruka,
if
you fucking
go
don't
fuck
deserve to call
yourself.
anybody a dumbass.
Listen,
You
you could
sit
kiss his
here, and
fucking
you
boots all
sit
you
here, and
want.
with your
Dude,
fucking
you'll follow him right
dehumanizing
off the side.
shit,
Listen, you will
you
follow
say
him
the
right off the
most
side of a
despicable
fucking
shit,
cliff.
but you cry
You'll
when
follow
people
him
feel
off the side of a
indifferent
cliff.
that a racist is unalived.
And you know what the crazy part is? And this in Ottawa and in Sleepy, I made this point earlier is that black people are forced to like empathize in this white supremacist society for white people because unlike white people,
We don't
we
care that
see
you're
white
white.
Bro,
people as
nobody
human.
fucking wants your empathy. What are
And
you
no
We
one
talking
see
gives a
about?
that.
fuck about Charlie
Nobody fucking
Bleach.
Listen,
wants
but
your
listen,
empathy.
listen. And what I'm saying is that
We
we
want
can
you to stop
acknowledge.
centering your fucking
Stop
self.
doing that. We can acknowledge. We can acknowledge that like that's a travesty to see that. But at the end of the day, given what he
All
said,
you're
we just
doing is
don't give a
centering
fuck.
yourself.
You know what I
That's
mean?
all.
Like I don't give a fuck. Get
You guys
over
are
it.
fucking
Like
bored and
that
have
shit was
nothing to
like
do,
3 days
center
ago, bro.
yourself.
Bro, that was
it's
that
so
there was white
funny.
on white crime is a problem in this
You
country. I
wanted
think
to make it. You wanted to make this
that's a
racial.
It
much
And
it
better
that's what you did.
conversation that we can have about the
No, this is
white
not a
culture
conversation.
in
Nobody
this
wants to have a
Yeah,
Bleach,
country
it's
and
the
the
so
white
fact
funny that
culture
you're
is violent.
saying. Bleach, it's so funny
it's the
that you're
white
saying
culture,
that
man.
we're the ones that's
Dude,
centering when
shut the
white
fuck up.
people
Nobody
It's
centered
cares
these
about
black
that.
Europeans,
people.
live
White
these
people centered
wild
black people in
Europeans.
this.
Fucking wild
Y'all did
Europeans,
that.
man.
Y'all called
No,
in
how do we
bomb
center?
threat or boom
How
boom
do we do
threats
that?
to
How do we do that?
HBCUs.
How the fuck do you
Y'all,
You
know
mean the
that?
what
black
did
You
I
people
just
work for the
did
say?
it?
What did I
The
just
FBI.
say?
HBCUs?
You don't
The
work for
What
the.
did
black
I
How do
just
people
you know?
did
say?
How
it.
do you know it was white people?
It was black
How
people
do you
that
know
did
it
it.
was white people,
It was
dumbass?
white
It was
people.
black
It was
people.
white
How do you know?
supremacists.
Oh
Get
yeah,
the
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
out of
It
You
was
here.
black
fucking
Get
do
the
people
fuck
that
out of
magic.
did
You
it.
do
here.
magic too.
And
You
within
do
the
Yeah, it
fucking
was
hours
black
magic.
of
people that did
Charlie
You
it.
pull
Kirk
rabbits
hitting
out
the
of hats.
You
ground,
wanted to be
white
centered, and
people
this is
were
what you
out
did.
there protesting.
Yeah, yeah,
Their
yeah, yeah, yeah.
vigils had
And I'm sure you
protect
fucking pull
white
rabbits out
people.
of
Let's
hats
go,
too. You're a
white men.
magician.
Like, what are we
Do
talking about?
you do fucking tarot readings too? You do tarot crazy. readings too?
Yeah, tap the screen, share the live. Mermaid, are you still with us?
Yeah. Why?
Do you have anything to say?
When I leave and you just listen, it's just a bunch of guys bickering with each other. That's it. When I leave and Belle leaves, y'all just be going at it. And I just be laughing. First of all, when I came back, I realized that Liv and Itchy was up here, and then Bleach. It's just Bleach just about to cry for the next 30 minutes. Like, okay, all right. And what am I supposed to say to this? They just men arguing. This is what men do. This is why it needs to be a matriarchal society. This is why women need to lead, because men are too emotional. All y'all do is argue. Y'all just have men fights and stuff. I'm just kidding, y'all. I just want to mess with the guys. Okay. I want them to all come off mute and attack me.
I don't really feel the need to attack you. I came here to argue, clearly, as I've been arguing for the last couple of hours. I think it's so funny that when we take the situation that Liv described and, flip it around and give it to Bleach and ask, if the National Guard comes to a white city, a predominantly white city, and unalives a child, what is your response going to be? Because if it's my child, I'm in the streets. If it's my neighbor's child, I'm in the streets. If it's a black child, I'm in the streets. And I don't think that response is outside the norm. The National Guard, an institution of our government, should not be unaliving our children. And if it happens, I would expect that people would be out in the streets. So I don't know where Bleach Demon gets off saying that we're like centering ourselves, we're being extremists, this, that, and the other. Like, nah, these white supremacists center black people in this conversation about white on white violence. And now that we're responding, you have a problem. Like, shut the fuck up. Our responses are perfectly human and perfectly natural. No one gives a fuck about Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, I find it hypocritical that we can sit here and talk about Kirk, or at least the right champions him, and he was a bastion of free speech. But y'all lose your fucking minds when other people exercise theirs and say they don't give a fuck that a racist is unalived. And it's crazy because that was my original stance. But the amount of pushback that I've gotten off of you closeted racists shifts my position each and every day. I went from indifferent to fuck 'em now. Fuck you too, Bleach. And take that one to you with your fucking grave.
Oh, it's my turn.
Hey, DJ.
So, Dana, quit fucking dropping me, first off, right?
I'm just rotating people.
Long-time supporter. I'm a big time fan. Just kidding. Look, if the shoe don't fit, don't try to put that motherfucker on. At the end of the day, it's not black kids and black people that's running around here putting holes in motherfuckers. It's not black kids that's running around here, putting holes in schools. It's not black kids that's out here coming on black people's panels calling us the hard ERs. It's not black people, coming on panels telling us that we should all turn into trees because we're Democrats. It's not us. These are white people that are causing all this harm. And until you guys realize that and eat that shit like your fucking bean casserole or green bean casserole, y'all gonna fail every time.
For 10 years, fascist, Schmittler, white supremacists, 10 years, this is all you guys do. And then we have violence. And you wonder why. You could say it's white on white, that's fine, but that person's on your side. He ain't on our side. Okay? There's no... It's so it's pathetic that you sit up here and rage bait. You fucking race bait. And try to turn this into a racist thing that Charlie Kirk was a fucking racist. Charlie Kirk was a fucking racist. Fucking MLK was a fucking racist. It's fucking ridiculous. You want to compare him to fucking George Floyd? Are you insane? Charlie Kirk was a good guy. Again, he treated people with dignity. More than I can say for any of you motherfuckers.
Yeah. So first of all, mermaid, misogyny, 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 misogyny. Second, I'm just gonna say some really random things. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. You live by fascism, you die by fascism. Like Hitler, he lived by fascism, he unalived by fascism, right? Like the argument that Bleach just made was just idiotic, right? Like black people were Christians and were slaves. To say that, well, they're both Christians and they're on the same side is just a wild ass position to take. And speaking of Christianity, like you can't sit here and bear the cross and hold the whip. You can't sit on talk to me about church on Sunday and then be silent about slaughter on Monday. Like what are we talking about here? Like you guys are not the good people here. You're horrible people. Fucking horrible.
For the last 6 years, all your kids have been hearing this demon rat. Last 10 years, down there, demon rat, libtards. Everything in your house is against somebody. Your pastors tell your children that if their neighbors are Democrats, they can't go to heaven. There's no way you can get into heaven being a Democrat. You motherfuckers crying about fucking Charlie Kirk. I hate that happened to him. No man should have their life cut short. But like you say about all the little young rappers, you push hate, you get hate back. Somebody gonna want to see if you really stand for what the fuck you saying. But it's funny how y'all have been the ones that divided not only your families, your friends, your jobs for the last 10 years, but you constantly blaming somebody else for it. Almost like you motherfuckers victims all of a sudden. How can I make you racist? The fuck?
I just want to share this real quick. So back in March of 2025, a bodyguard that Charlie Kirk supposedly had worked with warned him that it was going to be 100% chance of him being unalive during his tours that he was getting ready to go on. And for him he advised him to take major safety precautions, like wearing a pew vest, also like glass barriers, metal detectors, so on and so forth. But he never got back to the guy. Obviously, Charlie felt like he was untouchable. He knew that he was gaining more, being more higher profile figure. So that goes to show that he felt comfortable in Utah without taking no safety measures.
No, he didn't.
Well, I mean, he got warned back in March, so obviously he didn't care about his safety because he was warned that this could happen, Dana. So that's why I just want to share that out. Y'all can look.
Before everybody talks, I just want to respond to what TG said.
Yeah.
The days leading up to Charlie Kirk coming to Utah, he had commented on the fact that Utahns hated him. There is actually, despite a very strong progressive movement from like young LDS people, they hate the whole personalities are hating hating MAGA, hating Trump and all that shit. And Charlie Kirk himself even said, I'm getting a big old pushback from Utah than I did when I went to California.
Can I say something to you?
Yeah, but he still didn't take those.
Yeah, Itchy, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Itchy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Dana, have you not heard for the last 2, 3, 4 years, maybe even longer, personalities on the right telling parents to make their children monsters? Hasn't that been a thing? It's been a real thing, right?
What?
Yeah, I'm not talking to you, bitch.
Make their children monsters.
You're full of shit.
Make your children monsters. I can actually pull up recordings of Tucker Carlson saying these things, podcasters saying these things. That toxic masculinity is not dangerous to the country. That we
Red
need
pill
to make
shit.
white men. Yeah, we need to make white men, white boys, monsters. We need to make them stronger. Don't.
Oh yeah, I have
conform
heard
to
stuff like that. Yeah.
So,
Wow, you fucking do it.
the last question that I have is, if you can agree to that, then why are we not talking about? I mean, I understand that Charlie Kirk is a big name; it's a personality. Why aren't we talking about yet another white kid shooting up a school?
Didn't that happen on the same day?
No, he was on a campus. That's a school.
No, there was another pew pew in that same day.
Yes. So what I'm saying is, hold on. So what I'm saying is, and I'm gonna land my plane with this. I know Charlie Kirk was a personality, and everybody wants to talk about that personality being unalived. I get it. But why are we not focusing on the fact that it was yet another unaliving on a campus, a school campus?
I'll be right back.
Another white boy unalive somebody on a school campus. Why is that not the topic of conversation?
Yeah, school shootings.
I mean, I
are
think it kind of
obviously,
has been. But with
Yeah,
all
they-
due respect, I mean, I'm gonna let Quinn. But with all due respect, I've listened to interviews of I don't think the parents necessarily were bad parents. I do think that LDS people.
But
No, I was
but
just
yet
gonna say like.
it was just, but yet it was an example. Good parents, both parents grew up in going to church. All of these good things, the things that y'all say create good children. But yet again, we have another example of a two-parent home, a nuclear family, kid unaliving somebody on a school campus. Why?
I think that's to be determined. I told you I think that when kids are raised in that type of atmosphere, they rebel against it, and that's what I think happened. But I don't know. I think also the internet is an extremely dangerous place for young men to be immersed in. I think video games, I think this whole culture where people want to live online rather than go out and do shit is dangerous. I don't know how he was 22 at this point. Can you blame the parents for what a 22-year-old does? I don't know.
Yes, yes, we can. Yes, we sure can.
Parents have to
Quick
accept
statement.
responsibility for what our children do all the time.
Hey guys, quick statement. There is a consuming abundance in the live at the bottom of the screen. So let's go ahead and not say, many bad TikTok, non-TikTok friendly words, guys. Because there is a warning. Okay, let's protect Dana's live. It's 400 people in here. We want to make sure that we, have us a good time and have some good conversation. Also, guys, tap the screen. Yeah, do that. Gift the panel. Gift your favorite host. Gift Dana. Yeah.
I just observant, like, what do you think? You talked about violence. There's always been violence in politics. What did we get out of all this? How is this going to be a win for anybody?
Conservatives are going to use this as a rallying point. They're going to spin a narrative and they're going to continue their vitriol against the left. We're going to be distracted from the Epstein files and from all the other pew-pewings that are happening across the country because this one political pundit lost his life for things that he said should be okay to happen to other Americans. White people will continue to be in power for a long time. Democrats will probably try and rally for the midterms. It's unclear as to whether or not they're going to get very far because, again, they're not very good at messaging. And we're going to continue to descend into fascism because white people refuse to look at the negative aspects of their conservative party and understand that it's pushing violence against everybody, including themselves.
So you admit that this is a bad thing that happened. So why?
No, I'm admitting that this is the course that was laid out by violent white people.
This was a net negative for the U.S.
It's a
so
net
when you guys
neutral.
are laughing at it and cheering on it, it's a net negative.
Dana, I would agree with you because I think that in light of all this stuff that happened, right, at this moment, we don't know the full details of the investigation because it's so early on. However, come midterms, right, this is going to embolden a lot of white conservative people to go ahead and push further into their trenches because of the thing that happened to one of their golden child. So in light of that, right, I think that essentially, regardless of what party it is, it's a bad thing, right? But it's especially bad because of the reasons that I just said.
Okay,
You're saying violence is bad and this is a bad thing. I'm saying that this is
Singapore violence is bad. I cannot see any type of positivity.
Again, the American Revolution and the American Civil War all had violence in them, but I think that depending on who you
type of violence.
So political
violence is part of American culture.
Political assassinations happen all the time. Like I don't.
E- Even we can go further. Like our founding fathers were violent. The people who colonized this land and unalive millions of indigenous people were violent. This country is literally built on violence. That's why every corner of this country there is a pew pew. We literally are the militia. What are we talking about? Y'all are crazy as hell. This country is violent.
No, I
There's
said
nothing else to
Just
say about it.
and
This
just to
violence is
clarify,
just
I'm not.
something that continuously happens in this country because we have never rectified it. And we started, when you start out doing something violent, there's going to continue that violence. And when we've seen political figures being taken out many a times before, this is no different, Dana. Stop trying to differentiate before between it. I don't like that. It's weird.
And
The
just
only
so that
difference,
we're all on
Mermaid,
the
is
same
that
page,
we're
Dana, I'm not saying that this is like a positive or a negative. I'm saying it's a net neutral because of the history of violence. Like you
no.
can't say
So
that this is a bad thing for our politics when our politics have always included these types of violent acts.
I think this isn't going to be healthy for academia. I think it's important in academia that people are able to speak their mind. Going to college is a place where you explore new
Wait,
ideas,
but Trump
right? It
has been
shouldn't be a
coming
place.
down on academia and their
Well,
free speech
wait, have
since he
you
got
seen
into
me turn him
if I
office.
off?
can real quick, I just want to make up this point before I lose it. Right, Mermaid. The only thing that makes this different from any other political assassination.
TG, I'm gonna
Oops,
drop
sorry,
you.
I had a call.
The fuck type of Android do you
Sorry,
got?
but the only thing that makes this different is the fact that this political unaliving really hits extreme right America and white racists particularly hard. And they haven't really been in this situation before. Because for
I
all the
mean,
political unalivings that have taken place, it's been majorly the left that's taken it.
mhm. I mean, but the thing about it is they can't expect us to feel any type of way when a Democratic leader and her wait, was it her and her husband, or the husband
Yes.
and the wife were both
Yeah.
just taken out earlier this year, and they
Mm,
gave no fucks about it. If we are
yeah,
going
that's
to
not true.
call a spade a spade, shut the fuck up. If we are going to call
Go
a
fuck
spade, or
yourself.
if we are going, shut the fuck up, or if
Fuck
we are
you.
going to hold you, shut the fuck up. Shut the
Fuck
fuck
you.
up. Just shut the
Fuck
fuck
you.
up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. God, you been crying all damn day. You sound like me on my period. Shut
Shut the
up.
fuck up.
I think that
Anyway,
Mermaid came here to argue, guys. What do you guys think?
you tried it. You tried to be funny.
From New York, what do you expect?
You was trying to be funny. And I'm mad that y'all let Liv leave because I know y'all heard him literally spew out misogyny at me and nobody did anything about it. You know what? It's okay. Anyway, this is political violence that has happened. It keeps happening. Y'all want to rectify it? Put some reform on the fact that we got pew pews on every corner. Simple.
Can we acknowledge that the right is the one that wants the war? Can we acknowledge that?
No, I can't acknowledge that. You guys have been on the left have been talking about a quote unquote
Dana, don't call me a
revolution.
left. You know I'm not a leftist, Dana. I'm just a hitman for the left.
At
You
the
know
end
I'm
of the
not a
day,
leftist.
Hog Boss, at the end of the day,
What?
you're right. At the end of the day, Hog Boss, the same day that happened, Hog, the same day, old boy went on Fox and Friends or whatever the fuck it's called and called for a CW. The
Yeah, they
same
all have been.
day.
And this is what the Republicans have been saying about Democrats the whole time, that they wanted the MAGA, the MAGA wants the Civil War against the Democrats. That's what they really aiming for, Dana. Why you think the fucking rhetoric came out that, oh, it was the left so fucking quick without anybody knowing any type of facts, that the right automatically started blaming the left for this shit.
Because of the fact that a lot of the rhetoric on the left is in fact extremely harmful.
But
I'm
they,
not talking
What?
about Democrats and I'm
But
not
isn't
talking
it?
about you
But
guys.
can
Hold up.
hold on. Can we
hold on, let
acknowledge
Dana
that
finish. No, let Dana finish.
Let
Yeah,
me
let
finish.
Dana
Let
finish and
Dana
give
finish, but that was
examples.
crazy, Dana.
And give examples, please. Thank you.
Fascist.
I'm talking about online when I listen to people and they label everybody who disagrees with them as a Nazi, somebody who should get the wall, all of this shit. It happens happens. It's happened to me. So
Mean
I'm not going to
words.
sit here.
Mean words.
Huh?
Free speech. Mean words.
No,
Free speech.
stop for a minute, Quinn. Let me finish. I
Words
said
have
the
consequences,
language.
don't they, Quinn?
Words lead to
Yeah, and I bet you
thoughts
won't
lead
say
to
the N
words
word
lead to
out loud
action.
because you'll get punched in
Dana,
your face.
Ask
Dana,
Charlie.
Words have consequences.
Ask Charlie.
hold on, but Dana, the right, and remember, I used to be a fucking diehard MAGA, and on the right, Dana, they used to sit up there and say that the left were the Antifa were domestic T groups. They
So can
and they
we
still say
agree?
that.
When we
Also,
find
can
out
we
that this
agree
other
that
Antifa
all
was
the
kicking
evidence?
everyone.
Hold on. Can we agree that all of the evidence that has since come out about this suspect leads to right party affiliations?
No.
And we
No,
don't
no,
have
don't let her escape
anything.
from this. Hold on,
If you
real
don't
quick.
know
Hold
how to
on.
read,
I
yeah.
really
Yeah.
don't want Dana to escape from that. Dana, did you
All right,
did
go
you
ahead, go
not
ahead.
did you not understand what I just said?
Yes, I think
Did MAGA call Antifa and everybody on the left, the radical left, and their domestic T groups?
I mean, some of them. I think that yes, they
Dana,
did.
it came
Definitely,
out
they
the word
did.
of
But we had an
it came out the mouth
FBI.
of the fucking
Hang on,
president,
Hog.
Dana.
We had an FBI that also demonized moms that were going to school board meetings that called them DTs. We had them saying that anybody who was Christian, a veteran, who was a
So
MAGA
Dana,
supporter
who's
was a
the
DT.
radical ones, then, Dana?
Those moms
No,
were
hold on,
So that
Sleepy.
was
No, no,
done
using.
no,
by the
Sleepy. Hold on,
FBI.
Sleepy.
So when
But we
that's
should not
his
skip that
No,
part.
defense.
Sleepy. Hold on, Sleepy. God damn, Dana.
You can land the
From the
plane because you've been
first,
talking for a while.
bro, I have not. I have not. You just don't know how to fucking sit back for 2 minutes and control yourself.
Can
It's
we
been
not
longer
get
than
Shut the
two
into
fuck up.
this
minutes.
again, please and thanks?
Well, I'm trying to
Go
have the
ahead.
conversation with you, but bitch,
Go ahead.
motherfucker, you interrupted. Thank you. So again,
Look, Grifter,
turn the,
I don't give a fuck if your fat ass has a
I
point to
don't
make
give
or
a
not. You've been
fuck,
talking
man.
for a while.
I don't give a fuck.
I
What
don't
is
give a
Griffin?
fuck if you
Anyways,
don't give a fuck.
Dana.
Shut up.
So did they or did they not? Did Trump or did he or did he not sit there and call the left domestic T groups?
I don't know if he said. Oh, he said some of them. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think Trump's
So
language
that's
is
putting a
conducive to
target
a
on the left right there, Dana.
right.
When
I
that came
don't
out the
think that
president's
Trump's
mouth, it's
language
putting a
is
target on a
conducive
certain
to.
group, Dana.
Yeah, but for you guys not to take any responsibility for some of the harmful rhetoric on the left is wild.
Marxist, fascist, communist.
It's disingenuous. You guys have been saying we need a revolution. They're fascists. We need to rebel. Civil
Marxist,
unrest. Get the
Mar-
wall. Is this the type of
Literally, a
thing?
person
Dana,
Marxist,
who believes
socialist,
may
in
I,
So
fascist.
why
fascism,
won't you
just
just be good
unalived
faith?
far right
Why
political
are you
pundit.
guys so bad faith that
Dana,
you
may
never
I
take
ask you a
responsibility?
question? Dana,
Yeah,
may
go
I ask
ahead.
you a question? What are the
Yeah.
14 steps to fascism?
No, we've been through this. There's like Masson. I
Okay,
don't
so
have it in front of
when
me.
I call someone a fascist, it's
Hmm.
because they hit at 10 out of those 14. Majority of the time they hit 14, right? And so if there is a reasoning behind why we are calling them a fascist,
I said
then
Schnazis.
that, oh well, I mean, if we can see through history that this is that certain things that are happening historically we've seen have been things that have been done within the Nazi regime,
Yeah,
then
you
wouldn't
could
that be
compare
a
any
valid
administration.
comparison? So then wouldn't that be a valid
Fucking insult to
comparison?
a Jew.
Yes, you could take any
Okay,
administration. You
so
could take
then
Franklin. You could take
yeah,
FDR's
yeah, I
administration, and you
wasn't
could
there
make this
during that
draw
time.
this
So since I'm
comparison.
here right now and I know my history, I'm
You
going to
could
call
take
the
Biden's
current.
administration and make this
So
comparison.
how would I do that, Dana? Tell me how I would do that, Dana.
Okay.
How would I
So
do
you
that
know
with
what's
Biden? What did Biden do to be a Nazi? Tell me.
I don't think he is a Schnazi. I said you
So
could
then
make if
how
you're
would you
going
say?
to
So then
stretch. I
if he
also
did
don't think
not
Trump
do
is a Schnazi.
anything. So
I said
wait,
if
but I can pinpoint in history where he is doing the same thing that happened during the Nazi regime. If you cannot find me and pinpoint something that that Joe Biden did that is linked directly or can be comparative to something that happened during the Nazi regime, then you cannot call him a Nazi. I am saying who I want to say is a fascist or a Nazi. You
And
just mad,
just
mad
okay.
ass
Thank
fat
you,
bitch. You
thank you.
fat
Let's
funky
not
mad
argue with
bitch.
Bleach Demon because he's an idiot. Also, that
Hey,
group
Sleepy,
of
did you call me a
moms.
nigger? People in the comments saying you called me a nigger. Did you call me a nigger?
Yeah,
No,
yeah, he
I
did.
said
Yeah,
nigga. I didn't
nah,
say
I
any.
heard him.
Oh,
When is
so I'm a nigger.
when is
Hey,
the
Dana,
when is
you
the
allow
last
me
time
to
I've
call
called
you
RDR.
anybody a
shit to
hard
call
ER?
somebody a nigger on the goddamn panel, Dana?
Yeah.
Wait, what? You
Wait, is
don't?
Sleepy black?
Yes.
Oh, never mind. Y'all got your own
Oh,
beef. I don't care.
oh, okay. Then I don't give a fuck.
What
I
Yeah,
is
thought
I'm
we was
wrong
about
with
to.
I'm
y'all?
fucking
Are you
crying.
guys
we thought
idiots?
we
Are you
Crying.
guys
we thought
idiots?
we